Hey everybody, what's going on? Vitaly Dubin is here and welcome everybody for weekly MLSP Rockstar Team Hangout here at 1 p.m. Eastern Time every single week. I'm so excited to see everybody here. Ghislaine and Charlie and Mohammed, Anwar and Remy. And welcome guys. I want you to participate live here with me. If you have a video camera, so I can add you here, because the purpose of our weekly hangouts is to hang out, right? Is to see where you stand, is for me to be able to help you and see where you are at your business, what are you working on, how I can best help you and serve you to move forward, what questions you have. So you can bring all of your questions throughout the week that you have here on our weekly team hangouts at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'll be able to kind of do a group coaching call here with you, because not always I'm just able to devote one-on-one time to each and every single one of you, because I just have too much stuff going on as much as I wish to. But this is the opportunity for everyone to get on the same page and see where our collective vision is, what everybody is working on, and see how we can best help each other and kind of mastermind. So would you let me know here in the chat box, are you able to see me and hear me clearly? That's one. And second, who wants to play, who has some questions and who wants to work on some stuff? Otherwise, I'm just going to be talking about something and teaching you some cool stuff that I learned. But I want your full participation. I want you to jump on here and just share your questions, what you're working on. And I promise you that somebody else's question is exactly what you need to hear. And you want to be asking yourself how I can use the question that somebody asked in order, for my business. Because you want to become a leader one day. You want to right now embrace the leadership role and think about yourself as a leader. Think about yourself as somebody that is there to help other people. And by listening to other people's questions, you'll be able to know the answers for your people, for your team. All right. So looks like everybody is able to see me and hear me. Who wants to jump out here and participate? You can just type in yes. I'm going to invite you here as a participant, so that this way you'll be able to have more interaction. Otherwise, you can type in your question in the chat box, and it's going to be kind of group coaching call here. That's what it's all about. All right. I want to give you this platform, this opportunity to ask me any questions and pick my brain and see where you can take it to be able to move forward in your business. All right. So Todd is asking, I have a current list of about 388 people and generate about 2 leads per day of general MLM inquiries. What campaigns are best to lead with? All right. So Todd is asking about specific campaigns that are best to advertise. And the reality is there is no such thing as the best type of campaign to lead with. There are 2 critical questions that you need to ask yourself to start generating leads. First of all is who are those people? Who are those people that you want to attract? Okay, who are those people? And that's very important to kind of understand that. Who are you going after? Who is your target market? So in MLSP particularly, we are dealing with people who are building their home businesses, their network marketing businesses, and they want to do it online. So that's kind of our target market. Now, what do they want? They want to generate leads for the most part. That's kind of their consciousness level. That's kind of what they're looking for. They're looking to generate leads online and learn how to do it. So that's what we want to give them. There are a couple of campaigns inside MLSP, like the Instagram campaign to help people generate leads on Instagram. There is a Facebook campaign to teach them how to generate leads on Facebook, right? So there are those campaigns that you can start with. And then the next question is, you need to ask yourself, where those people hang out online? Where are they congregating, right? what forums are they visiting, or what websites are they in, right? So you can generate leads on Instagram by having people to search for hashtags and then find your profile and see your post, and then check out your profile and click on that link and generate lead from there. You can go to betternetworker.com, for example, and participate in forums and answer and help people in forums, and then have your link in the signature line and generate leads from there. You can go to specific Facebook groups and you can work as your, let's say you're using Facebook as your fan page, and you're going to specific groups, and you're leaving comments and you're participating, and people can find your fan page, and from there you'll be able to generate leads from there. So there are a couple of ways to do it, but those are the things to keep in mind. 2 leads per day, it's good. It's some consistency that you want to build up. Now, the important question is, Todd, are you following up with those people? Are you actually sending them individual emails the moment they become your lead? You can either set it up as your autoresponder, right? Or you can do it individually in your CRM, just send people an email and get them as soon as possible on the phone to talk with you, all right? And yeah, it's important, how you position yourself and stuff like that, and have you received value from you, and have you built relationships first. But you need to work with what you can. And I'm telling you, I just spoken with this guy, Mark Lalone, who is generating a lot of leads on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And his main goal is to get the phone number so that he can talk with people. And he's only working on for 6 hours a day on MLSP, and he's very soon close to L4. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of the goal, to generate leads and follow up. That's the basics of it. So Cindy, I hope that it answers your question, Todd. If not, then keep asking, right? Cindy, do the webinars we promote lead to memberships, or what the best ways to get memberships? Well, the webinars that you promote, we have a webinar on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, the Top Earner Hangout. We have the Tuesday webinar, and we have the Wednesday webinar, the most important webinar, right? So I would say you can start promoting all of them, but the most important one is to get people to sign up for the Wednesday webinar, because on this webinar is a pure training for everybody, for members and non-members of MLSP, and they sell the MLSP membership from there. And people, when they become your lead, when they sign up for the Wednesday webinar, they are hooked to you. So if they join MLSP, you're going to get credit for that. So it's important to follow up with all those people that sign up for the webinar, okay? Because you're going to increase your conversions for sure if you follow up with each and every single one of them. So it's not that automatically it translates into signups for your business, but for sure, when the more people are exposed to MLSP and what it is, then they will want to join you, especially if they've seen it for a couple times and they have this personal connection, and they see you as the person that can help them, that can guide them. They see you as the leaders, this type of person that can really help them. And you don't have to know everything. Kind of like what I'm sharing in my inspirational shows. If you're watching them, hopefully you do, because I share a lot of this stuff there. You can basically know a couple of steps more than they are, and you can show them that you're going someplace, right? And you have the confidence inside. And if people feel that you're confident, that they will want to be part of what you're doing, all right? So Todd is saying your list is almost all MLM inquiries. What do you mean by that, MLM inquiries, Todd? I'm just curious. I mean, are they coming to learn about MLM, or where do you get those leads from? All right, so let's see. I'm going to get Todd here. He raises his hand. And who else here? Who else wants to jump in here and participate here live with a video? I just started to share today, my today's daily inspirational show was about the magical art of storytelling. Okay, and this is the most important skill probably that you can learn in order to succeed in this industry, because stories are powerful. And you want to master the art of storytelling, because it's really like um, you know, being able to tell a story and get people involved and engage and learning how to tell those stories, that's what get people to really want something. All right, people love stories, people love to hear them and digest them, and they are much more believable than if you just talk about the pure benefits of what you're selling. So um, that's a big deal. I'm going through attraction marketing intensive course with Dan Hockman. She's talking about that in her narrative workshop as a bonus that she's done there. And also I learned that from Russell Brunson from .com Secrets and his workshop. He's talking about that. I learned from Dagan Smith. He actually has a storytelling coach. So definitely pay attention to this episode and my next episode where I'm sharing the storytelling secrets, because it's very, very crucial to your success. Being able to tell stories in your emails, in your videos, in your status updates, in wherever you're doing, it's very, very important. So I can kind of teach you on that, but I want to see what other questions do you have, okay? And if needed, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you stuff. So don't hesitate. Just ask questions, because there is no such thing as a stupid question, right? Just ask the question, because the more you'll be able to kind of be curious about how this industry works and participate more, the more you'll get out of it. All right. I don't want to design those as like webinars when I'm speaking to you. I can have like specific training for you, and I'll definitely add them more and more into our membership there. When I see there's something very, very important message for me to share, but I want to give the opportunity for you to ask questions here and learn from one another's questions. All right. So Todd is saying, if someone has an MLM opportunity and are MLSP members, if you had a new lead, would you start with MLSP or the MLM opportunity? Then if they say no, introduce MLSP. Great question, Todd. Okay. So basically, if someone has an MLM opportunity and they are MLSP members, then what it is that you are selling them? It's either one or the other, right? So if they already have an MLM opportunity, which is most people are, some people are going to be happy with it. All right, everything is rosy. They love their upline. They enjoy the company, and they just want to learn how to generate leads with this company. So obviously, what you're going to ask them is, how are you doing with generating leads for your business, right? You're going to ask them, how they're branding themselves, how they're following up, how they're doing with that, and kind of you want to step into being a coach and a mentor as soon as possible. You want to put your coach hat when you speak with people. Kind of like imagine that when you're speaking with people, you are like a doctor, and this is your office, and you're speaking with your patients. All right, and those people come to you and they have challenges, they have problems, they have needs, they have something that they work on in their business, and your job is to discover what are those pains, what are those challenges, and you want to kind of start educating them right away on, giving them tips and advice and stuff like that, so they get immediate value from you. And once they start getting value from you and see that, they even start changing their perspective on things or learning something from you that they didn't know before, that's how you start gaining the credibility and authority. And when you talk like that, people are going to want you to be part of what you're doing. So If they're not happy with their MLM, then for sure you can talk about your primary business opportunity, right? Again, it all comes down to you being confident in what you're doing, believing in yourself and believing in them that they can do it. Because if they will sense that they believe that they can do it, and that you believe that they can do it, and they believe that you are the person that can show them how to get from point A to point B, that's what gets people attracted. We all are seeking for a person, for a leader, for a guide, for somebody who will kind of take us by the hand and show us what things to avoid and what to focus on and stuff like that. And it doesn't matter if you are selling MLSP or if you're selling, your primary opportunity. If you show up as this kind of person, they will want to join you. If you tell some stories and really understanding when they're coming from and what they want, and you can connect what it is that you are selling, MLSP or your primary business opportunity, to what they want. All right, does it make sense? So Carmel is asking, I'm very new to this type of business, and there are a lot of webinars that focus on talking above our heads. Is there some place for newbies to go to start from scratch? Well, the thing is, you're going to encounter some new things, some new jargon, some new vocabulary that you didn't know probably before, like a capture page and a squeeze page and a landing page and an opt-in page is basically the same thing, right? It's one page with the whole purpose of to get an email address, okay? And you will hear this term here and there, and then you'll become more familiar with that. There is no such differentiation as to newbies and no newbies. I want you to stop calling yourself as a newbie, Karma, okay? Just stop calling yourself a newbie, because there are people who are literally for a year or two online and they're still calling themselves newbies, okay? So don't do that. You want to say to yourself, hey, I'm learning every single day like a rocket, very, very fast, how to do this business. And you don't want to call yourself a newbie. You want to call yourself, I'm a rising star. Okay, call yourself a rising star. It's much better. So you want to start from somewhere. Okay, you want to start from a place that you think it makes the most sense. Okay, it's kind of like, it doesn't matter what side of the ball you're going to take, but you start from somewhere, and then it will lead you to a new question and a new thing that you need to put in place, and then you focus on that for a little bit, and then this piece, and then this piece. So it doesn't matter what piece you start with, but you need to take action. So the moment you see something and if something clicks in your head that this is something I want to do, you want to do it as fast as possible. Now you learn that you need to set up your fan page. Go and do it, okay? Go and actually set up the fan page. Now, the next piece of the puzzle, you need to discover how to generate content, watch a training on that, watch a webinar on that, and then go and do it. Go and implement it and create a piece of content, right? Todd is saying this will be for people that do not currently an MLM opportunity but are interested in one. Yeah, definitely. If you have people who are interested in a business opportunity, then all you need to have is their permission to be exposed to the business opportunity, and then you send them the link to watch the presentation, right? And then you follow up. That's the basic of it, right? And that's how you do it. I'm curious who is going to play out with me. There's no people who are actually, maybe I need to add some people here with a video camera. So nobody just say to the chat here who wants to come out and play with me here on the video camera. I'm curious, type in the chat box who is currently started generating some leads for your business. Any type of lead, or just if you don't have any leads, then type in 0. Okay, just to see where you stand in this term. Who you know, how are you doing in this realm of generating leads? Are you at 0? Are you at 1 lead per day? Are you at 5 leads per day? And I'm telling you, you don't need to generate a lot of leads every day. It's much more important what kind of leads are you generating, okay, and how you're following up. That's it, right? Connie, let's see if I can pull you out. All right. So Todd is generating leads. That's good for your primary MLM. It's very good. So Cindy has 150 people on the solo ad. Now the cool thing, solo ad is like a rush of traffic and leads that you can get. Like you can pay $200 and get 200 leads in the same day or the next day, and you can actually record your result and you can teach people how to do it, and it does sound sexy how to generate 200 leads a day, but the reality is, it doesn't mean that all those people are going to convert into buyers if you don't know how to structure a funnel right, how to follow up with those people. And a lot of things are kind of unknown when you're buying a solo ad, because you don't know where those leads have been generated, right? And how did they get on the list? And also, they still have no clue of who you are. So they come to your site, okay, and they see something that you on the capture page that you set there, and maybe they got curious and got their email address, but they still have no clue who you are. So in this case, a lot of people are trying to set up a capture page with some promises there, and there's no real training behind it, and then immediately trying to sell them something. And this doesn't work usually, and people are not going to respond to your emails for the most part when you send follow-ups. So you'll get like 1% or 2% open rates, right? So that's the challenge with solo ads. Charlie is in 200 so far. Very good, Charlie. Keep going. Where did you get those leads from? I'm curious. Have you bought some solo ads too, like Cindy? Cindy have to write follow-up emails. Yeah. Now, regarding the follow-up emails, okay. Regarding the follow-up emails, would you like to learn some great strategies with that? With follow-up, what is important is your first email should be an introductory email of you getting expectations right. You position yourself. You are telling your story, and getting them hooked to read the next email. What's important with the email follow-ups when you structure them is that getting people to bond with you quickly, and there are a lot of ways to do it, but you want to hook them to the next email, to leave an open loop for like promising them something on the next email, like what for example Russell Brunson is doing in his email follow-up is he will have his first email is going to deliver the lead magnet, whatever it is that you promised them. You are going to deliver a lead magnet and set some expectations for the emails and the kind of value that you're going to provide. The next email should start with high drama. So high drama is you were at the point of something bad was happening. You didn't know why was this happening. You kind of was a lot of drama, and people get hooked into reading your story, and then you kind of tell them that you discovered a solution, but you're going to tell them that in the next email. Now the next email is going to be about your backstory and where you were in your business and what journey you took to get to where you are. and then again leaving them an open loop for the next email, which is epiphany, where you discovered a solution after so many things that you tried, and then this is the solution that you discovered. So something along those lines, and this is where the power of stories come in place, where you learn more and more how to craft those kind of stories. One of the storylines is amazing discovery, where you discovered some amazing solution, and after you kind of get them into your story. So there are a million different ways to do it. You can set up a webinar, and you can set it up as an automated webinar, and getting people to learn about your story in the webinar itself. This is actually what I'm going to do pretty soon. I'm preparing a webinar where I'm going to teach them the top 7 ways to convert leads into sales and signups. And I'm going to sell this webinar for $7. Okay, so the moment somebody enters my email, becomes my lead, I'm going to sell them on the $7 webinar. And why I'm going to do that? Because you're going to get much more quality lead when you do that. When somebody raises their hand and they actually buy something from you for $7, it's a much more quality lead for you. It makes much more sense to spend more time with this person, because he actually spent money with you, and he's probably going to consume your webinar or your stuff that you're selling for $7. And it's also immediate money for you in terms of cash flow. So there's a lot of benefits for doing that, and it's certainly something that you can do if you had some results, and you've been for a while. So that's good stuff. But you don't have to do it right now, especially if you're new like Carmon. You'll not be able to execute on this strategy. Rem is asking what your post on your first blog. When I started my blog, it looked very, very horrible, right? I had bought an X theme that I spent $60 on, trying to mess with this stuff, with this technical stuff, how to set it up right, and I just started sharing what I learned on my blog. But I have a challenge. First of all, it didn't look that well, and second of all, I didn't know how to get too much traffic to my blog, right? So that's another piece, and so I just started to do it and practice it, okay, and got better and better, because I learned more stuff, how to do it. And I'm actually going to make changes to my blog, and one of the biggest one is I'm going to have a video and an opt-in form right as my homepage. So people, when come to my site, they're going to see my video and my opt-in form, and there's going to be a lead magnet leading to a $7 webinar. So this way it's much more effective. You want to turn your blog to a lead generation machine, and it's easier said than done. All right, it's much easier said than done. It's definitely not something that comes too easy, right? To do it. There is a plugin for having opt-in form on different pages and post and have a pop-up and stuff like that. But you need to get traffic to your blog in the first place and to advertise it. So it's something that it's a more of a long-term strategy, okay, that you definitely want to kind of build your brand with your blog. And I can touch on that, Remy, how to structure your blog, all right, if you want right now. But think of it as a business asset that you're going to build and get better at. Let's see. All right, so we have Charlie at 3 to 5 leads per day. Well done, Charlie. Todd is asking about solo ads. So solo ads is when you're renting an email list from somebody. So let's say I'm an internet marketer and I generate leads for people who are interested in business opportunity or make money online type of stuff. Like let's say they respond to a capture page that says, how to make your first $100 online. All right, and then somebody enters the information, they get on a list. Now then this person who has a list, he's selling his space, his email. You can communicate with this solo ad vendor, solo ad provider, and say to him, hey, send my email with my copy to your email list and drive traffic to my site, and I'm going to pay for it. So that's basically a solo ad. And there are many different solo ad vendors out there, and many different ways that people create those lists. And it's crucial to understand where you are buying the solo ad from. It's a big deal. For example, if you buy a solo ad from a list of buyers, people who actually spend money on internet marketing programs, they are going to be probably much more responsive and willing to spend money on on information and training than somebody who are just seeking for free information how to do something, right? So that's in a nutshell a solo ad. It's basically an email list, right? It's just an email list in somebody else's autoresponder, and you buy an ad, an email that goes out to those solo ad vendors. Now that's their business, okay? That's their business. That's what they're doing. But usually the relationships that those solo ad vendors have with those people on their list, right? The relationship that they have is not so good, because imagine, they are bombarding every single day, and you offer a new thing to their list, and people are not usually respond that well to constant bombardment of promotional emails without any real value attached to it. So that's why they kind of need to replace their list again and again with new fresh people, and that's why it's so hard for them to convert, especially if there is no real relationships built of trust between the solo ad vendor and their email list, right? So there's no real trust there. So that's why it's so hard to convert the solo ad traffic. You need to really have some good funnel in place. All right. Connie is asking, had to load plugins and got dropped. Okay, how many emails should you follow up with to your leads? Good question, Charlie. So there are people who are literally setting up like 10 or 20 email follow-ups, and I don't think that it's a good thing to do, because you want to test new things. You want to replace and set up broadcast emails and see what works, and kind of tweak it and take it to your follow-up. You can have follow-up as short as 4 to 5 emails, okay, to maximum, I don't know, 10 emails. If you have like a long bootcamp training, video training kind of series, then you can set up 10 email follow-ups. But the reality is it's a lot of work, okay? It's a lot of work to do it, and you don't want to spend all of your time setting up those long email follow-ups and those long trainings, and not test and not getting leads in the first place and see how people respond to your funnel. So you want to be able to create some short funnels and some couple email follow-ups, 3 to 5, something like that, in that range, and be able to tell your story and position yourself the right way, and get people bond with you and give them like your best stuff in the first couple emails, so that people really get something from you, learn something from you, and learn about your story. And once that happens, they're going to be much more responsive to your next emails. Okay. So basically, it's very smart. The best thing to do is, especially if you're spending money on advertising, is you want to get break even and get your money back. So if you spend $100 on ads, you want to set up your funnel so that you get $100 back. If you're able to do that, that's a big business. Because you're going to be able to build your list for free, right? When that happens, when you're building your list for free and it grows, then you can your list is going to grow and grow and grow, and one day you're going to send an email and make $5,000 or $10,000 in the same day. So that's kind of the goal, right? The whole internet marketing game that we have here. But first of all, you know, it's not that easy. It's not easy to set up a funnel that breaks even, and that's why, you know, it's not that easy to win. And there are ways to start generating leads without spending money on ads, and I'm a living proof that it is possible, that you can do it. Let's see. So Remy, you want to go and talk a little bit about how to structure a blog, right? And Charlie is asking how many funnels I have going at one time. Well, not too many as of right now. I don't have too many funnels going on right now. Probably in a range of 5 or something like that. Okay, and I'm not the best example at it. I'm still working on cranking up my lead generation. I have like, I don't know, I generate maybe 5 leads per day, 5 to 10 leads per day, something like that. And you know, I'm not heavily investing in paid ads right now. I'm still learning this stuff, right? But you know, that's what I'm saying to you, that there is so much room for improvement. I kind of know the direction. I know how it's supposed to go, but knowing something and actually having results and doing something, it's a big difference, right? So you don't want to have too many funnels set up. That's what I would say. You want to focus on one good funnel, and maybe a couple other ones. But like I said, you know, you can leverage the funnels that are already inside MLSP, that are already there, and you can start with that. That's a good start to generate some leads. All right. If you are able to get people to sign up for the Wednesday webinar, for example, that's a lead. All right, and it's not that difficult to do. The funnel is already set up for you. You just need to drive some traffic there, or the Instagram funnel or the Facebook funnel. To be able to create your own funnel, that's a whole different story. Okay, it can take you some time to set it up the right way. And I've changed my funnels many times, and I'm going to change them again, because this is something that you tweak and you learn and you improve and you add some stuff and you learn some more stuff. You know, that's how it works. So a good place to start is to use the MLSP funnels that are already in place, right? And work on setting up your own funnel to be able to break even. Okay, that's kind of your goal. If you're able to set up your funnel in a way where you can get customers, like even if somebody pays $7 and becomes your buyer, and you're able to add your money, get your money back on the spend. Let's say you spend some money on Facebook ads and you get it back. Now you're building your list for free, and it's awesome. Let's see. What is a good email to? Okay, Remy, I'm going to talk about blogging in a moment, right? What is a good email to invite a lead to a seminar, and how many links do you put in the email? So every single email should add value. You know that, right? Every single email that you create, it's not like it's a pitch email. It's an email that I promote something, or the other email I've just added value. Okay, you don't differentiate between the two so much, because each and every email you can add value and you can promote something. And it comes back again to storytelling. First, it's always good to tell a story. When you see a webinar, you can learn the copy inside the page, the capture page, and you can spin some story from that. Okay, you can actually take some bites and pieces of the copy of the webinar page, and you can send an email with that, using that, right? So, and you can create, of course, your own story, your own experience. It's always great to write like you're talking with a friend. Okay, don't use like long paragraphs. Very short paragraphs, talking like with a friend, telling stories and having fun doing that, and inviting people that will take you far. Okay. Another part is learning copywriting. Okay, learning copywriting is a good thing. I learned a lot from Brian Fanali, taking his copywriting mastery course. It's in your MLSP store back office. It's not a cheap course. It's like $600 for this course, but he's going very deep into funnels, into psychology of people, and how to talk to them, and how to write effectively, and it's a very powerful course. So copywriting definitely can help you. So those two stories in copywriting, it will take you. So copywriting is like how you use your words, right? How you use people to engage, to capture their attention. That's copywriting. Connie's saying I would put one link per email and I would repeat one time. So no more than one link twice in an email. So usually it's good to have one link, okay, and edit 2 or 3 times throughout the email. Okay, just having people to direct them to one email. But as you will grow as a marketer, I've seen people who have a long email and very engaging one, and have like 3 or 4 or 5 different places that they send the traffic to, and they can get away with it because they have a following, they have a brand, and people know them, right? So for you, it's a good idea to have one link, make it visible, make it so people can click it after the first couple lines, so they don't need to scroll down and to be able to see the link itself, and have it 2 or 3 times throughout the email. All right. Regarding the blog stuff, Remy, so how would I structure the blog? Is you want to have a banner with your own picture in it, take a professional photo, and you want to think about the tagline. I mean, who do you want to target, and how do you want to help people? So people, when come to your blog, they will immediately see who you are, what you're about, what do you stand for, and who are the people that you help. Okay, so you can say something like, helping people build successful businesses from home and enjoy life, or something like that. Empowering people to prosper. Helping network marketers to generate leads and recruit more people. Stuff like that. So you want to think about who are the people you want to help, and who are your target market, and what do you want to be known for. So that's the first piece. The second part is you want to set up your blog to have a work with me page. Okay, my story page are very important pages. Your toolbox or products page is another important page. So this is a good place to start. You can also give away some great training and use MLSP for that, like a free training on Instagram, a free training on Facebook, and you can direct this traffic back to your capture page from MLSP. So you can do that. You definitely want to have a sidebar on the right, and have a good compelling lead magnet to drive people back to your to generate leads. Okay, you want to have this in place. It's best to have your homepage to set up as a landing page, kind of like a landing page where people come and they can subscribe immediately to your newsletter. Is the best thing to do. So that's another piece. Once you have how you structure a blog posts are also very important. What you write about, how you write about it, how you structure it. Do you have videos? Do you have pictures there on your blog post? Are people sharing your stuff? Are you encouraging people to share? So those are some of the parts that goes into creating blog posts, and I have some more in-depth training on that, how to create a blog post, on my Blogging Success Academy webinar that I created. Okay, so those are kind of some of the stuff that you want to think about, Remy. Okay. Charlie is asking, how do you get people to your Facebook fan page? Well, there are a couple ways to do it. First is getting likes, like setting up ads with getting people to like your page. This is not my favorite method to do it because you're paying like $50 a like for people to like your page. I think it's ridiculous. The way I generate likes is, for example, I can create a video on my and put it on my fan page, and then I can boost my video for $5. Okay, I'm boosting my video, and now I'm reaching new people, new crowds of people, and when people see this video and some text, and they see this button like my page, and they can like your page this way. So when people actually see your video and like your page, you have a better quality like on your fan page. So that's one thing. Another is you can use Facebook as your fan page, and you can go and you can comment on different Facebook groups and Facebook fan pages, okay, and leave some value-based comments, and people are going to click on your Facebook name, and they're going to like your page because they're going to see who is this person who commented on it, and they're going to end up liking your page. So this is another way to have to build likes or organically for free. Another thing is to include it in every single blog post, to invite people to become fans on your page. You can put it on the sidebar. Join us on Facebook. You can send in your emails every single time in your signature. Invite people back to your fan page. Basically, in any place that people come across you can kind of invite them to like your page, right? And also when you're talking to people and meeting new people, just through chat, you can invite them to like your page. Okay, so those are a couple of ways to do it. All right. Connie's asking what goes to work with me page. That's a good question. Now, the work with me page is where people get an opportunity to learn more about how they can work with you, how they can be closer to you. So there are a couple of approaches to that. One of them is just having your coaching program there, kind of like what I'm setting up right now. When you have your testimonials of people, when you kind of explain about coaching, and you have an application for people to apply for your coaching. That's one way to do it. Another way is to get people get people to apply for an application, give them a reason to do that, to work with you, and then giving them a strategy call to follow up. Okay, so you can set up some form, let's say with JotForm or with Wufoo, and get them, fill out some of the details there, and then you can call those people who are willing to work with you on the work with me page, who set up the application form. That's another way to do it. You want to definitely have a video there on the work with me page. All right. Some people, they share about their opportunity there. It's not the best approach, I would say. It's much better to get people on the phone. So get everything that you can do to get people on the phone with you when they get on this page, work with me page, to get them actually apply, fill out the application. It's much better to close people one-on-one when you're talking to them this way. People who want to work with you are actually very qualified leads, people who got to this page and sign up for the application. Let's see. When I comment, it shows as my personal page, not the fan page. But I do see people posting as the fan page. How do they do it? Okay, let me show you real quickly how we do it. So here on Facebook, you see this arrow, and here you say use Facebook as, and this is your fan page. Okay, so if I click on that, now if I go to some Facebook group, let's say I go to home business page or something like that. Let's see. Network marketing. Pro. I go to this page. Now I'm using Facebook as my fan page. So let's say when you think of the concept of work, what comes to mind? A lot of fun, helping a lot of people, creating something that contributes to people, connecting with new people. So let's say I leave this comment. Now when people click on it, you see it shows up 285 people like this, 23 people talking about this. So people click on it and they will come to my page, right? So if I will do it consistently, let's say this is a huge page with a lot of likes. If I were to comment on every single day here on all of those posts and engage here on this page, people will naturally read it and come to see my page, my fan page. Okay, doesn't make sense. Let's see. All right, Connie, makes sense. Charlie is asking if your leads leave their number, should you call them right away? What questions should you ask? Yeah, absolutely. You should call them right away. The sooner the better. When they leave their phone number, there is kind of the farther way that you actually call them. It's they tend to forget, or we're all subscribed to many different newsletters, right? So the more you delay with actually reaching out to them and call them, it's not so good. So you want to reach out to them as quickly as possible, preferably the very moment that they enter their phone number, right? You want to kind of check out their time zone so that you're not calling on 11 p.m. 11 at night, right? What question you should ask them, it depends on how did you generate the lead. So basically you start with, hi, my name is Charlie. I've noticed that you visited one of my websites to learn more about how you can generate leads online, and I'm curious how I can help you. You can start with that. Is this a good time right now for you to talk? And if it's yes, then you just ask them. So how are you doing? Tell me a little bit about what is your business? What are you doing online? And then trying to understand their position, when they're coming from. So when you're not calling to sell somebody anything, right? Especially if it's not a good fit. You're calling to find out what's about this person, what are their pains and struggles and frustrations, and how is he doing with generating leads, and what the business he's building, stuff like that. You want to build some trust and rapport, and then from there you'll get the information to understand what this person, where he's at, and then you can direct them to other places where it's going to be beneficial for them. Okay, so there's no cookie cutter question type of things that you just follow the scripts and everything magically works. Like I always say, it all comes down to your energy, one, to your coming from a place of service. That's another key. Put your mentor hat, like I told you before, like you are the doctor and they're the patient, right? Put this frame of mind, and you are there to help them and genuinely be interested with them. That will give you much farther than thinking about what specific question do I ask. If you're coming from a place of service and you really want to find out about their business, you should always be in a good place. All right. Connie is saying there are 5 questions. Where are you now? where would you rather be? How will it feel when you get there? What has stopped you? How serious are you? Yeah, there are many questions you can ask. You can basically ask them about their journey, right? Where they are right now. What are their plans? What drives them? If you can find out the reasons why they're doing this business, then you can use this information, use this that they're saying words back into showing them how something that working with you or looking at something is going to help them achieve those goals. It's very important to be a good listener, okay? And it's very important to be able to feed back their words back to them. So if you hear a word that they say, something that they use, you can use their words and say it back to them, and it helps a lot of them actually feeling like you understand them. Okay, I hope it makes sense, right? It's very important when you're connecting with people to feed back their own words and use their words that I use. Okay, it definitely help and build this rapport. If they're a fast talker, you can talk a little bit faster. If you talk a little bit slower, if they talk slower, then you can talk a little bit slower too. So that can help too. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So, what other question do we have, guys? Carmen, Ghislaine, Mohammed, Connie, Remy, Vincent is here, Charlie, and Cindy. Definitely watch my tomorrow's video about storylines and how to use them in your business. It's going to help you. And like I said, you need to plan your day and prioritize and see what is the best thing that you need to work on right now to advance. Okay, and you want to focus on that first, and then just focus on that single-mindedly, get it done, and then move to the next thing. Okay, being productive is a very important part of success. You definitely want to plan your days and kind of break down your days into some portion of your day. You want to create some sort of value, some sort of content, a piece of content, right? Another portion of your day, you want to work on your funnels maybe, or on your blog or something like that. And another portion of your day, you want to focus on building relationships with people, following up, and creating new connections. Okay, so kind of divide your day into 3 parts, and it will help you too. Okay, the webinar will be recorded and will be posted to MLSP fasttrack to 10k.com, our membership site. So it's going to be there, and also I'm going to leave it to the YouTube channel. The cool part about those hangouts is it's recorded right now. When I click the broadcast button, it's automatically recorded on my YouTube channel, and I can decide to leave it open to the public, but I definitely probably is going to make it private, and I'm just going to get it inside MLSP Fast Track to 10K. So this is the website that it's going to be posted on to 10k.com, and I'm going to update it also on our MLSP Rockstar team Facebook group on Facebook. Okay, so just check out the Facebook group, and you'll see when the recording is available. All right. So guys, how we are doing? We have been like for an hour here. I've been rambling here for for a ramble. Can you imagine rambling for an hour? Look, you gotta have some fun in this business, right? You gotta have some fun, and I really enjoy connecting with all of you. It's definitely my intention is for you to really start getting those commissions every day. I mean, when this will happen to you, it's a life changer. It really is. suddenly you can afford to go to vacations and to buy some stuff that you want, and really is a lot of fun. Next month I'm going to go to 5-day Caribbean cruise. We're going to be flying from Israel to the Houston port in Texas, Galveston port, and from there we're going to go to a cruise, 5 days, with a couple of leaders in My Lead System Pro, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So it's not a cheap flight. It's like almost $2,000 for two people to get there. But you know what? You want to take vacations at least a couple months, once in a couple months, to get your head clean and you know, to fill out your batteries, right? Do we have any more questions, guys? I hope it was valuable for you, all of the stuff that we discussed, because this is really the opportunity for you to get your questions answered, all right, and engage with me. We can actually, you can be with me right here in the panelist list and interact with me live and ask questions by talking and not only chatting. Okay, and this is a good thing too. On which Facebook group can the webinar schedule be seen? On our MLSP Rockstar Team group. Okay, I will tag you, Remy, so that you will know what group we're talking about. All right. So guys, what we have here is an incredible system, and I want to share with you something. Let me share with you just one thing here. I recently set up a page on my blog. I called it My Secret. Very original, right? So this is the page I set up to sell people on MLSP, right? So what I do here is I address some of their questions here. I tell a bit of my story, so you can get to see what I do. Establishing some social proof and interviewing leaders in MLSP. If you haven't watched those interviews that I've done, I highly recommend that you do, because there's going to be a lot of value shared here on the interviews. How those people I interviewed them, how they got to where they got, all right, and how they use MLSP to get to this point. Like Justice, for example, he fired his boss, and you can see one of his campaigns inside MLSP, how he generated 20,000 plus leads online, right? Using MLSP. Bert Bledsoe is another great leader, and he using free stuff. He's a kind of networker and creating content and connecting with people. So he's not spending money on ads, and he became L5 leader in MLSP. It's a big deal. So you can learn a lot from this interview, how he done that. Stephen Krivda, another great interview. So I highly recommend that you check out this page and see how MLSP is sold here, okay, and how we use MLSP. 5 top reasons why MLSP is so special, okay. So that's a good place to learn more about that. All right. So if you can set up a page like that on your blog, that's awesome. All right. All right, very cool. So I want to thank everybody for this hangout. It's been a lot of fun. And if you have any questions still, you can reach out to me anytime. And if I feel that we need to have some one-on-one talk, just let me know, okay? And we'll be able to set something up. All right. Todd is asking, what is the criteria for L1, L2, and L5? Very, very good question. So let me share with you, all right? Let me share with you. So this is inside MLSP. Okay, and here's the criteria. You can click on this little leadership level here that you have, and they give you 1 point for university level and 3 points for mastery. I highly recommend that you promote only mastery membership, because it makes sense to get $100 per member per month commissions, right? And much more lucrative, and it also gives people all the tools that they need. So for the L1, you need to get 10 total referral points and 5 still active. Okay, still active. L2 is 25 and 13, so you can see the criteria here: 50 and 25. To reach L4, you need 100 points and 50 active points. So I have right now, I have, let's see, 97 points and 60 active. So I still need 3 referral points to reach L4, which is happening like today or the next day. I'm going to hit L4. And the next one is 200 total points and minimum 100 points active. So it's like always, the next level is always doubling. But the cool part is once you start getting through the ranks, people are going to recognize you on the MLSP pages, and you'll get a lot of traffic this way back to your blog and to your site, and you'll be able to contribute to wake-up calls, for example, like what I've been doing recently, showing up as doing my first wake-up call. If you haven't catch it, it's all in the back office, the recording. So so definitely it's good thing. Very soon I'm going to be L4. So it's all because of you guys. It's all because of you. So I thank you for that, and I'm looking forward to keep rocking with you, and seeing you advance through the ranks and building your companies as well very successfully, using the tools inside MLSP to do it. Okay, and hopefully that it is very valuable to get on those hangouts once a week, 1 p.m. Eastern time on Mondays to and have those group coaching calls. All right, so it's always my pleasure to get connected with you. So I'm not seeing any more questions, guys. So in this case, to reach out to me if you have any questions. But other than that, I want to wish you an awesome Monday. It's late here for me, like 9 p.m. Here in Israel, but for you it's probably half a day still. So have a productive Monday and the rest of the week, and let's see it happening, generating leads and advancing through the ranks. I want to see each and every one of you as L1. All right, pretty soon. It doesn't take much, just three mastery signups and 1 university, and you get to L1, or 4 mastery signups. And when you get to L1, you can actually meet me and Brian Finale inside his house, inside his mansion in Austin, Texas. When we get to Live the Dream 6 event, you can have this Friday, this is 31st of July. You can spend the whole day with Brian Finale, the founder of MLSP, and everybody, with all the leaders in his house. And if you are not on, if you haven't gotten yet your ticket to Live the Dream, and if you can't do it, definitely do it. You can get more information here under training, Live the Dream 6, and it's going to be an awesome event. This has totally changed my life, getting to see everybody and meet everybody, take pictures. It's good for social proof. I can spend a whole another hour just talking about the importance of being at live events and hanging out with all the leaders inside. Okay, so grab your ticket because they're going to sell out very soon. All right. And just get there. I'm telling you, when I got to my first live event back in September 2014, the Live the Dream 5, I didn't have the money to do it, but I done it. I've done it anyway because I knew the value of of going to a live event and meeting everybody and shaking the hand of Brian Finale and all the leaders inside and interviewing them and seeing people on stage and setting intention to be the next time being on stage myself and speaking and getting rewards and awards, which is going to happen. So that's what I would highly recommend that you do. Grab yourself a ticket and get yourself there. Now I'm going to fly from Israel, so it's not a short road. It's like 24 hours or so, something in flight and everything, you know. So that's a big road, and a couple thousand and something just from the flight ticket, just from the flight, right? So it's probably closer for you than for me. So if you can, in any way, shape, or form, do that. Grab your ticket to Live Dream and come there. I'll be happy to shake your hand and see you live there. All right, it's going to be an awesome experience for you. All right. So let's continue the conversation here throughout the week. We have an active group on Facebook, and I was happy to do this hangout with you. And let's march forward. All right, everybody. So we're going to be speaking soon. Remember, 1 p.m. Eastern time next Monday. That's going to be our weekly hangouts. All right, and prepare your questions for there, and also ask me questions during the week. And I wish everybody happy marketing, and let's move forward. All right. So see you guys soon.